welcome to Sparkle and Chill. Today I'm doing a quick kit up of one of the Luwoart boxes, the dog breeds, and this one. And I was working on it and I thought, I got, I don't know, 5 or 6 of the colors in, and I'm like, this is amazing. I believe these are acrylic drills. Let me check to be sure, but there is absolutely no static in these things. Knock on plastic. I don't have any wood nearby. I have been just dumping them in and going, and I'm really happy about this. I wanted to get this kitted up. I have a butterfly ready to do that I need to work on for this month, and then I thought I bought all these kits and I have more coming because the price point on them was so good that I was like, I can't pass these up. But I did read that disclaimer in there that they put on there about the smell, and I have noticed that there's a cement glue type smell to it. So I don't think they're using traditional glues on these, like our normal poured glue. They are using a glue versus a double-sided tape, but it's got that smell that can make you high kind of thing. I think that's what it is. But I ordered several of these kits because they were such a good price. But I am finding that there is an odor to these, but I wanted to get so I'm gonna kit this up because there's 50 colors, and they seem to be doing really well. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I decided I thought I'm just gonna do this. I'm not even gonna tape it because I don't want to deal with staticky drills and all of that, but we'll see what happens. These might be the wrong kits for me, even though I've bought a bunch of them, because if the odor, once I get going, triggers my asthma, I won't be able to use them. So I want to test these ones that I've already bought months ago, so that if the ones that I just bought are just not going to work, I can either send them back or decide to give them as gifts to people. So not that I would want to give gifts to people that they can't handle, but some people will tolerate things better than others. So without further ado, let's get to kitting it up. Oh my gosh, did I already have that? Started one and put that there. Okay, let's go. Scooch this just a hair so that I can move that. So, okay, there we go. All right, and I'm just pulling these out, and where'd my scissors go? They fell on the floor. Of course they did. I knew something fell, I just didn't know what it was. Okay. I need more hands. What do you guys think? Okay, I got them. All right. I'm going to go ahead and cut a few of these off. So they're just waiting. I'm not as organized because I wasn't going to tape this, but I thought, you know, I might as well. And these are nice because all I did was I used the stickers that came with my newer case. It's not brand new, but I mean, I've used it a couple times, but I hadn't used these stickers, and I thought I'm just going to do them by number and then go by the legend on what number is what, because that's just the most simplified way for me to do it without having to cut apart the legend. So that's what we're doing. And look at this, they're just pouring in. It's awesome sauce, I'm telling you. So the last time I was kidding up, it took so long because there was so much static. It was crazy. So I do believe these are acrylic drills. I think it's the resin ones that get so much static. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys have had acrylic ones that get really bad, let me know. But I think that the budget kits tend to have acrylic because it's not as expensive, and the premium kits tend to be resin, and the resin is a better quality diamond for sure, but it comes with that added thing to deal with when we put them up. So yeah, so it's kind of funny. So I had some so I was thinking about next projects and stuff like that. I think the Peggy Collins Frenchie stained glass French Bulldog is gonna take me a while. I have figured out that I do need to do it one drill at a time. It's just, unfortunately, the grid is so tight that unless I do that, it's going to have things popping all over. So, and I'm actually enjoying it, and it's a good thing. It's really fun. Because of the stained glass, you have all these areas that you outline, so that, you know, each section of everything is a little outline, and it's coming along really well. I'm really having fun, but it is slow going. This is probably going to take me at least 2 months, possibly longer, which is fine with me. I'm not in a hurry to do my kits. I mean, I have a lot of kits. I have enough to keep me going for years. And if it takes me longer to do a kit, that just means I've saved a lot of money, right? Because if we think about mathematically what it costs to diamond paint, and I was thinking about this the other day. Diamond painting is for everybody. I don't care what price bracket you can afford, whether all you can afford is the Amazon budget kits or Temu or any of those places, or if you go out to Diamond Art Club, Captured by Radiance, all of these, you know, the new Diamond Art Gallery. There's all kinds of different levels that you can diamond paint at, right? And it really doesn't matter what that is. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you really want to do a premium kit and you think about the cost of it, think about how long it takes you to do a diamond painting. So say this painting that I have that's really big, it's going to take me 2 or 3 months, and I think I paid $67 for it. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. It's either a 67 or a 72. And then I always use the VIP code that we have from the Diamond Art Club, so I get it for another 15% off. I usually have to buy something else to throw into in order to make it up to the $75 to get free shipping. I know I'd rather get one more thing, a small thing, and I love their minis. So I'd rather get a packet of minis and not pay shipping and save a little bit of money on both, you know, get 15% on both items, plus save on not having to pay for postage, because postage in the US anyways, I know it's more if you live in other countries, but in the US it's only $10 whether you put, you know, one painting or 2 paintings in there. So it makes sense to get the free shipping when you can. It's not a lot of money, but $10 is $10, right? And if you want to buy those things anyways, you might as well buy them at the same time. So let's say you get $100 worth of stuff and you get it for $78 or $98, or I don't remember what the price is after the discount. I think sometimes it's been just right at that 75 mark, and sometimes it's been, you know, maybe $85 or something like that for usually about $120. Well, if that kit takes you 3 months, right, plus you got a mini set that's going to take you some time, that gives you, you know, 3 months worth of diamond painting for like $25 a month, which isn't really that bad. And then when you're done, you have a premium kit instead of, you know, some of the cheaper ones. On the other side of that, and let me tell you, I started out, I never did a premium kit until this last year, till 2024. And all the kits I did were budget kits. And I still love my budget kits because they have things that Diamond Art Club doesn't. They have some, did I do 10? Okay. Oh. Okay, I think I might have messed up already. Shoot. Why, oh, why, oh, why. See, I thought this was going to be easy. And now I just realized. But that's okay. The good thing about this is, so let's pull out all the ones. I was going by the number. So there's 2 numbers on here. There's the 11 and then there's 05. And I think 05, I don't know. Let me make sure. Okay, so, because I already filled 10 with 3 10s, and 310 is number 1. Okay, so that's the first one we're going to fix. Okay. 2 is 318, and it looks to be the gray. Oh, man. 3. Okay, that looks right. 4. So why did that 310 do that? And these are, maybe that's the weight. Oh yeah, it's 05. Okay, but how did I have the 310s in the wrong spot? Okay, so I think I got them right. I don't know how I got the 310s in the wrong spot. Okay, I think I'm doing it right, but let's see, 20, let's make sure. Yeah, I don't know what I did. I don't know how I got that there. Oh my goodness. So there's, can I stop dropping things now? Sorry if I'm bumping you. So I was looking at this, but that's 10 would be bottle 10. 7, they all have the 05 on them. Okay. I don't know where I messed up, but somehow I put the 310s. Maybe I put the 10 because I saw 10, 310. Okay. It's early. Well, not really. It's almost lunchtime. I'm trying to give myself an excuse for having this issue all of a sudden, because this is actually a pretty easy kit to kit up if you do it by number. These squares don't go through my funnel quite as easily. But they do. Okay, 9. Yeah, I had it right. I don't know what the deal is. The squares don't fall as easily. The spout isn't as big. For the rounds just go straight through, but the squares take a little bit of help. They need a little help sometimes, but okay, what was I saying before I thought I screwed this thing up? So I'm working, oh, I was talking about the difference in the prices. So I think that diamond painting is really for anyone and everyone in every financial situation that you can have, whether you have, you know, $10 a month to diamond paint or $150 a month to diamond paint, right? I mean, we're all at different economic levels. You know, some of us have a lot more money than others. I don't have a ton of money. I'm on a fairly low budget, but I have learned that I have given myself a specific budget every month. And some months I've said it's a no spend, and right now I'm on a no spend. Although I just bought all those kits, but I couldn't not, because they were like $3.99 and $4.99 and crazy prices like that for these mini kits. And the mini kits, what I love about mini kits is when you're working on a big project like what I'm working on now, and you're just like, I don't want to work on this. I want to work on something that I can get done because this is taking a long time, and you just want to see a finish. That's where minis are really good, where you're like, I need something I can finish in a few hours, you know, a couple hours or so, right? Or a day, you know. Like the way I usually do minis, occasionally I'll do the whole thing in one sitting, but oftentimes I'll do a little bit of it and come back a few hours later and do the rest, or, you know, whatever, or the next day or something. Just really depends on what's going on. It just gives me a different focus, and so it makes it really nice. So I wanted to, and the other thing that I'm having to do with squares, and tell me if this is your experience with squares as well, is I'm having to do it one square at a time, meaning one diamond at a time, which I have gotten so used to using my multi-placers that it's painstakingly slow, but I am enjoying the process. So, because the picture is going to be, it's going to be so pretty when it's done. It's just going to be so pretty when it's done, and I'm enjoying the process of. I love paintings like the one I'm doing that have, you know, as you go, different things appear. You know, you can start to see things come together. I don't like a lot of background color in pictures because it's boring, you know, to spend hours on background. And I know it makes some pictures look really nice, but in others it's just a lot of work, you know, and it gets boring when you're just the same color. I like confetti. I know there's a lot of people out there that just don't like confetti. But confetti makes it interesting. It helps the painting come alive, and it helps the painting come alive, and it helps with the fatigue of doing the same thing. You know, you're seeing, and you start to see a picture emerge, you know. That's what I like. On the painting I'm doing now, there's this big rose in the bottom corner of the stained glass, and it's almost done. I just have the next row up has just a little bit of it, and so that's really it's fun to see those kind of things. So I like to get paintings that have lots of things that are you know, that go together like that, because then you see different parts of it as you go, and then working on it for a long time doesn't really matter that much. You know, it's It's a good thing. See how easy these drills are, other than the fact that they're getting clogged up in the funnel. I suppose I could pour them directly into the bottles, but I find when I do that, I tend to spill. I need to drink my throat. So a funny thing happened this morning. So I've been having issues. My mom lives in another state in a retirement rehabilitation place. My sister moved out there and took her with her. And anyway, so I've been having these issues with getting a hold of her because her phone doesn't work. And she kept saying, how come you don't call me? You know, when she does call me. And I'm like, well, trying to explain to her that there's something wrong with her phone. Somehow I've been blocked on her numbers and nobody can figure it out. But I can call her and it goes straight to voicemail. There's no ring or anything. And I don't know how to fix it. Nobody there knows how to fix it or won't fix it. It's messed up. So I finally got through to her by, I called and had them take a phone to her. And then I told her, I'm like, well, Mom, you're going to have to call me when you want to talk to me because I can't reach you. Your phone isn't working right. And she's like, what do you mean my phone isn't? I'm like, well, for some reason it won't let my calls go through. So you're going to need to call me. So this morning she calls me bright and early. Mind you, I just spoke to her yesterday. She calls me bright and early in the morning, and granted, she's an hour ahead of me. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm still sleeping. It was funny, but I had a nice conversation with her. So I have a feeling I'm going to start getting early morning wake-up calls from my mom, which is fine with me. I like talking to her, and it's kind of fun. And then we talked about, asked her what she'd been doing. And, oh, nothing, just TV. I'm like, well, what you been watching? She, oh, there's nothing on TV. I'm like, well, what channels do you get? She goes, oh, I just have the one. I'm like, what do you mean you just have one channel? And she says, well, I don't know where the remote control is. And I'm like, well, Mom, ask the people there that are there to help you to find it for you, please, so you can watch more than one channel. Life's a little more interesting when you can watch more than one channel. So she's like, yeah, I guess so. And then I go, so what have you been doing for fun? And she says, oh, nothing. I don't have a car anymore. Oh, she was cute. So that was my morning wake-up call. Kind of fun. And there was a time I would have been frustrated getting woken up by the phone, but it's good to hear from her. And she's in good spirits and likes where she's at, which is good because I never thought she would do well in that kind of a setting. I just dropped the lid to this. I'll grab another one for a minute. I don't know where that one went. So I'm really pleased that she's good there. I'm going to grab this blank lid from a bottle and put it on here, and I'll find that lid when I'm done. Because it went on the floor. Oh, shoot. There's still some diamonds in there. Oh, gosh. So that's how my morning has shaped up. And so it took me a while to actually get moving today. I put in some really good applications yesterday, and I'm just hoping and praying I get some movement on them. I found a job that I really want, so I can get into it, and we'll see, but something's got to come through. So, see how much easier this is than the last one that was so full of static? I do like acrylic drills for this reason, but I do like the resin drills. So I guess you have to pick your battles. But there is no static in these. I think that's the difference, because, you know, when I first was doing diamond painting, I never had static. I never even heard of static in the drills, you know. I never heard of it. And then when I found diamond painting online on YouTube, I found a couple different channels. And I was like, oh, that's what I could do. Because I'd been wanting to start a YouTube channel. And I tried another one. It just didn't really work. I didn't really know what to do. And I was like, I don't know. But I diamond painted every day. And so when I saw that, I'm like, I could do that. And just for fun, you know, gives you something to do. And so anyways, that was, you know, one of the things. And I would see these creators talking about, and even in the beginning of my channel, because I didn't do any premium kits, I'd see them wrestling with static, and I'm like, what do you mean static? I never had that happen. And they're all like, you've never had that happen? How can you never have had that happen? And I don't know, I never get static. And then I got my first Diamond Art Club. Don't get me wrong. I saw a review on Amazon. Someone had bought excuse me, I really needed a drink. Somebody had bought one of the premium kits, one of the Diamond Art Club ones that are on Amazon. And if you don't know that they have them there, they do. Just put in the search bar Diamond Art Club, and then once you find one of them, there should be a little link that says Amazon's Diamond Art Club store. There's a little hyperlink on all of their paintings, and that's how I found them, by accident. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And they've got some nice paintings in the, you know, $15 to $40 range. I guess there's a few that are like, I guess they're not 40, but they're like 38 or something like that. So it's a really, they're smaller kits, so they're good for people who are newer to it, but they give you the opportunity to really see what all the to do is about the premium kits. And I gotta tell you, I was a firm Amazon painter. You know, I bought all mine on Amazon. That's where I got all of mine when I first started. And I saw the prices that were some of these other ones, and I'm like, I'm not paying those prices. I can get 10 of them for that price, you know. And then, oops, this one's gonna be too full. Well, we will put, well, that might fit. There's still room. Let's see if we can get them all in there. What do you know? It's really full though. Yep, some of them fell. Okay, let's see. I still think we can do it. Oh shoot, I didn't realize there was some in there. It's not a sparkle and chill event without some spillage. You know? It's just not. There has to be spillage, or it doesn't count. I think I can get these all in here though. Let's grab one of these to set this on top of, so that if they fall, hopefully they just fall in the next tray. Because I think we can get them all in here. It's going to be tight, but... And a couple did fall on the floor. But I'm sure that will be okay. Okay, let's put that there. Can I do it? Can I? Yay, I did it. That is one full jar of white. Okay. Oh, I missed one. Can we do it? We can, and we did. Okay, we'll just what did I do with that lid? Oh, the one lid's on the floor. That's what. 50. Oh. Da, 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 da. My brain isn't working right now. I had that other jar out in case to fill up the thing. Okay. 36. So, I was thinking about trying to, what was I talking about? I was talking about the different prices, right? So I think that if you're curious about them, the biggest thing that happened, my very first Diamond Art Club was Bird of Joy by Peggy Collins. And I bought it on Amazon. It's still there. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? It's a Bird of Joy. That's the trading card for it. It's really pretty. It had such bright, vibrant colors. If you like birds and you like bright colors, you want to get that. And I'm not an affiliate of Amazon or anything like that currently. I might try to get onto that, but I'm not an affiliate right now. So I'm just saying from experience, it was a really good experience, that kit. It, the drills just were so, if all you've ever worked on is the budget kits, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if all you've ever done is the budget kits and you want to see what all the rage is about the Diamond Art Club or the resin drills, just try one. But I guarantee you, if you try one, you're going to want to do others, because so don't do it if you can't afford it. No, just kidding. I think everybody should get to do a premium kit or kits, and Amazon's got several really nice ones. I've got a lot of them. I've got most of them up in my closet, you know, for I've got quite a few of the Amazon kits, and because they're great quality, and they you know, it just is what it is. It's so if you've been wanting to try them but you don't want to spend the money that you see on the Diamond Art Club site, because I understand that it's a tough pill to swallow. I've gotten to where I'm just like, well, I know they're going to take me a long time to do, so I can divide that in 2 months worth of diamond painting or more, and I'm okay with spending that kind of money to keep me busy on something that I love. But, you know, sometimes you got to save up for them, you know. I have one rule, one main big rule that I have with diamond painting, and that is I do not go into debt for diamond painting, meaning I don't put them on a credit card or pay them over time or any of that. I don't do any of that because this is a hobby. This is something I do for fun. I don't want it to jeopardize paying the light bill, right? I mean, I just, if I don't have the money, I don't have the money. That's my one hard and fast rule. So I don't mind spending the money, but I have to have the money to do it. So if that means saving up money and knowing that there's going to be drops and knowing the price range of this is the way I do it. So people are like, well, we don't know what's going to come out, so how do we know we want to save for it? Well, if you like to diamond paint and you really want premium kits, the kits range anywhere from $47 to as high as, I think the highest one that I wanted was $89. I think that's really where it is at the top on Diamond Art Club. There might be some that are more than that I don't know. Or say you want to get 2 kits at a time to save on shipping. Usually, once you become a VIP member, you get access to the VIP code, so you always have a discount code. And if you've never ordered before, you can use one of the 20% off codes, which are on the app, and also many creators that are affiliated with. Ooh, that's a bug. Ew. I'm like, what is that? It's a bug. I don't know where that came from because I haven't seen those in a long time. And a little ant. Yuck. I haven't seen those in forever. And I haven't used... can you see what I'm doing? There we go. I think I had you moved there. So you missed it. There was an ant right there. I haven't, what was I saying? So basically, a lot of creators have codes too for your first time purchase. So just look for that. And I even have a get 10, give 10 code that I can put in my description if you want to try them from Diamond Art Club. That'll give you $10 off, which basically is your shipping, you know, and that's a good way to try it as well. So, but, you know, think of it as it's something, you know, maybe, I know several people that they buy them once or twice a year. They'll buy the Diamond Art Club ones because they're just, for them, they just can't justify the cost. And I understand that because I've been that person. But since I started my channel, I was like, well, you know, this is something I'm doing. I want to be able to show some of the premium art as well. And quite frankly, I kind of spoiled myself by getting those. And then buying the small ones on Amazon is also a great way to get them and get the smaller kits. And their kits, most of the time, the kits that are on Amazon, you can't get on the website. There's a few you can, but the vast majority of them, the only place you can get them is on Amazon. And I like that. They like the Festive Kitty and the Magical Red Rose. Those are both Peggy Collins ones. And actually, I found Peggy Collins by doing that. And then the Poppy Field that I just kitted up the other day. I unboxed it and got it kitted up and ready to go. I'm in a hurry here. I didn't get the bottle out. We'll go ahead and get these out. That's why the tray's here, because I know I'm going to do this once in a while. I get to talk and I forget what I'm doing. I guess I need to get the bottle, huh? 39. So, that's why I do it over a tray, because I know I'm going to do these things. I get to talking and I forget little things like making sure there's a bottle there to catch the beads. Oh my goodness. So that's my advice on that. So, what is going on? Not a whole lot. I've been doing the whole job search thing. I've been diamond painting. I've got a little bit more on my diamond painting done. I'll show you at the end. I'll show you how far I am on the stained glass French Bulldog. French Bulldog stained glass. I don't like that it's backwards. I can never remember right. I don't know why, but I can't get it done. So I've gotten a little bit further along with that. I have my second butterfly, the February butterfly that I'm doing, because I'm doing that butterfly kit. I got that all kitted, or I got that all set up, ready to go. And I'm going to do that this afternoon. I need to paint that one. But I was thinking I needed to, since I did an unboxing of these, that I needed to do one to be able to tell you really what I think of them after doing one, because that's going to be key. I should have done that before I ordered a bunch more, but you know what happens is you do it and then you go back and they're no longer on sale. So I got them. That happened to me yesterday, literally. So I was buying these. They have these great journaling Bibles on Amazon, but they don't have, so they have like the whole volume of the New Testament, and then they have the Old Testament broken up into 4 parts: the Pentateuch, poetry, the prophets, and something else, and I can't think of it. And yeah, Pentateuch, poetry, prophecy. What's the other one? Law, I think. I'm not sure. My Bible school brain back on. Anyways, they have these great Bibles that have all of the, they have it done in larger print in a spiral notebook. And I had already gotten the New Testament, and I'm working on a Bible study right now, and I love it because you can write in the margins. It's not your, main Bible that you're taking to church, so you can write it up. You can, mark it up and put notes, and, it's just a way to study. When I was in college, we did inductive Bible study, and I really want to get back to doing that because it's helpful to kind of go through and read and reread and make sure you're reading things in context and stuff. And so I decided I wanted to get this set. To buy this set, came with the New Testament, and it was like normally, I think it was normally around $140 or $150. I already have the New Testament, which I also got on sale when I bought it, and I'm loving it. But then these were on sale. I put them in my cart. And I was kind of debating whether do I get 2 of them now and 1 later, or, what do I do? And while I was debating, it changed price. So I quickly put the other ones that were still on sale in my cart and checked out so I could get it. So I didn't really have much time to think, do I want to do this or not? It was either do it now or you're not going to get it for this price. And it was, so instead of spending $73 for all 4 of them, I paid 80 something, 86 or 88, something like that. I was so mad. I was like, no, I just literally found them. So that was kind of frustrating, but it happens. So I've never had that happen where while I'm purchasing things, while it's in my cart, while I'm actually debating on the different ones, the price changes. It was just crazy to me. I'm like, how did that happen? I was trying to debate, do I really want to spend money? Because I don't have a ton of money right now. But it's something I wanted, and the price was so much less, So, anyways, that was one of the things I did yesterday. And then today I woke up and I'm like, well, I have like 5 things on my list to do. I'm still working on my kitchen, but I got a lot done yesterday, and I'm happy about that because it's so much better. So much better. I'm almost done. I'm going through each cupboard individually and getting rid of stuff that I don't need, so that the stuff that I do need that's been sitting all over the countertops can make it into the cupboards. Because there's certain things, you have, if you're anything like me, you have a million things in your kitchen that you'd never use. You have them, and they're nice, and every once in a while you use them. But they're not everyday things. But they take a lot of space. And I started thinking about it, and I don't do a lot of the stuff I used to do. I don't have dinner parties anymore. you know, at my house. It just doesn't happen. And I used to do it a lot. So I had all kinds of dishes, and then I'm like, I don't need all this stuff. I had, you know, fancy servingware and all that stuff, and I'm like, I really don't need all this stuff because it just sits in the cupboard and it takes up space, and then the stuff that I really do use every day sits on the counter. So I'm like, no, this has to change. So getting rid of a lot of the stuff that is just really taking up space and somebody else will enjoy using, you know, because, I mean, I'm not using it, and I don't have, as much as I like it, it's not even stuff that I don't like, it's stuff that I really like, but there's just not enough room in the cupboards. I live in a teeny tiny place, so that's been my struggle, is because I like my stuff. I was talking to a friend of mine through text the other day, and she was going through a lot of the same stuff. She goes, and my friend said, you know, her son, she said she wished she could be like her son, who's a minimalist, but she likes her stuff too much. And I'm the same way. I like my stuff, but I'm starting to understand and realize that the less is more is a better option when it comes to that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not saying that about diamond painting kits, because I'm sure I've gone overboard. I made a comment to a friend of mine once that I couldn't understand how all these people had so many diamond paintings and all this stuff and all the different storage things. And and now I look at myself and I'm like, now look who's calling the kettle black. Yeah. I kind of get it now. I think there's things we just truly don't understand until we get it, you know what I mean? And diamond painting, I don't have a problem with collecting a lot of diamond paintings. I'm not probably going to go to the extent that some people have, but I've gone much further than a lot of other people think is reasonable, and even more than I, in some ways, think is reasonable. But I also know that in 3 years' time, I will be eligible for retirement. And once I retire, I'm not going to have spendable cash, or a lot of it. I want to be able to do what I like to do, and I might still have to save up for things, but I won't be in need of having anything, you know what I mean? I'll have everything I need to do what I want to do, and that was the plan. And it really was the plan. I was working a job where I was getting paid a lot, and I bought things monthly. Now, I kept a budget. I didn't go crazy. It may look like I went crazy, but I kept a budget of $100 a month. That was my budget. That's what you can spend on diamond painting. And if you're buying budget kits, that's a lot of budget kits, you know. And with Diamond Art Club, I still did a lot with that using Amazon. You know, I bought a lot of those kits, and then using, going to the actual website, if I use the coupon codes and whatnot, I could get 2 kits at Diamond Art Club, or a big kit and a minis. And that went, and with the VIP code, I could get that and not spend over my $100. So that's what, $39. Okay. That's $29. That's why that doesn't fit. Like, why is there beads? Why is there already diamonds in $29? Because that's $39. So that's what my advice to anybody who is, you know, you got a budget for it like anything else, and you stick within that budget. We're not the U.S. government. Okay, joke. Yeah. As people, we've got to, you know, I mean, people trade over to credit cards and that. I refuse to use other people's money for my habit that I have here. And the reason is because I don't want to be indebted to somebody or something for a hobby, right? If I don't have the money, I don't have the money. And it's really hard sometimes when it's a painting you really wanted, or it comes out like I wasn't going to buy anymore, and I just had my points, and I used my points when I saw one that I really wanted, and I didn't have money, and it wasn't in my budget, so I used my points, and I got 2 kits, because I always get 2 kits to get, even when you're using, well, with the points, I had to use all of the points, because I could have done it, a little differently, but I didn't. So I got 2 kits, and I paid the shipping, 28. And then, wouldn't you know it, the next week, that big, beautiful butterfly one came out. And I had to have that one. The one with all the butterflies. I haven't even unboxed it yet. I haven't opened it yet. The box is still sitting by the door for me to do an unboxing. But, so I used, so I decided I didn't need one thing so I could have that. So I had to move. So I still didn't spend more than my monthly budget, but I had decided I wasn't buying anymore. And so now I'm on a true no buy. Now I'm not budgeting anymore because there really isn't any more to budget. With being on unemployment, there's a very small amount of money coming in. So 26. Oh, I already put that one in there. So, but I'm pretty confident I'll have a job soon, within the next few weeks. Has to happen in the next few weeks. That's when everything ends, so I got to do it. And I found some good jobs to apply to, so hopefully. Oh, that's it. That's all of them. Did I get all of them? I did. All right. So we have, and there were just a few, this is the way I do it, where there's just a few that have, when I use these suitcases, there's a few that are going to be up here that are extras. One of these empty. This fits right here. So I've got that. What about these? Yeah, these would even fit. Not all of them, but you could put a few of them in there. Have them ready to go. Oh, I don't know that those are going to fit very well that way. This will fit, though, without them getting squished. So that is what I'm going to do. I think the first one I'm going to do is this cute little pug. Isn't it cute? I love it. It's so cute. The next butterfly I'm going to do, I've got it ready to do, is this one here. And then let me pause for a minute and I'll come back with where I'm at on the French Bulldog that I'm working on. Okay, we're back. I know that just took a second for you, but look how beautiful this is. I'm going to pull this up so you can see it. Isn't that pretty? I just love how it's coming together. And I found that if I do the black outline first and then I fill in the other parts, and I do that checkerboard style when I'm doing those, and it's really, really been fun. So I like this stained glass type painting. I don't know what I'm going to do when I do other ones. I guess I'll find other things to outline or whatever so that I can do it this way, but it just really makes it fun. You know, you just go from one color to the next. Sometimes I've got 2 colors, and the way I do that is I'll have, say, this, and I'll have this one by it, and then this one, and have that, you know, close by, so I don't mix up what bottles go in what. And that's been working, because there's been a few where the inside there's like 2 colors there. Like this one's going to be mostly the diamond one, and that one's most. So there's just a couple colors left in this particular square, and then I'll get to move on to this one. And they do take me quite a while because it's one diamond at a time, but I'm loving it. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be working on this here butterfly, and then I'm going to work on one of those dogs, and be able to give a good breakdown of whether I think those are going to be worth it or not. I say for $3 for a box of I can't remember what the ones were, either 6 or 12. I think one of them even had 16, but there was 2 kits I got that were, one was $6.99 and one was $7.99, which was still a steal, because when I bought these other ones, they were like $19.99 a box. So this price that they're giving is really good right now. Some of them are $2.99, some of them are $3.99. I haven't looked today to see if they're still on sale, but if they are, you know, even unless they become where I can't work on them because of the glue, that's the only issue that that I see. But I paid so little for them that, you know, sometimes you just got to bite the bullet, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Oh, like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to know when I upload new videos. Also, like 65% of you that are watching aren't subscribed. So if you really want to help the channel out, just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't mean that you have to watch every video that comes out. It just means that when a video of mine comes out, it's going to show up in your feed and give you options of things to watch. So, and it really helps the algorithm for the channel. It lets YouTube know that you like what you're seeing and you want to see more of it. So hopefully that's the case, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. Bye now.